Hello everyone. Before we begin today's book review, I want to let you know that my first book of short horror stories is now available exclusively at the link below. It's called The Things That Happen at Night. I was very happy to finally finish it and get it out to you good people, and you can get it down at that link below for only $3. That's right. It's a bargain, so be sure to check it out. Now let's get into today's review. All right. The book we're going to be talking about today is called Creepy Project by Scott Donnelly. This book is going to come out on July 1st, and there's a couple very good reasons why you should pre-order it at the link below. Number one, it's only 99 cents. Come on, it's less than $1. You're going to love it for that price. And number two, it's really, really good. It's a great little novella that you are going to want to read if you're a fan of slashers, because this book is a slasher movie in book form, basically. I think it clocks in at around 130 pages, so it's not that long. And like I said, it's only $1. So be sure to hit that pre-order link in the description below. Basically, this book gave me, it's really an homage to all sorts of slasher movies. And you're probably going to find some that fit your description better. But for me, it was kind of like a cross between Halloween and Scream. So imagine the mashup of those two, and you kind of get the feeling of what this book is. And it's fantastic. It's about a group of high school kids who all go over to one of their houses to do a school project, and that project is to make their own creepypasta. Thus, they call it the Creepy Project. And they all have ideas for what sort of creepypasta they should make, but one of them stands out because it came from the girl's dream. She had a very scary dream about this individual and the way he was dressed and everything, and everybody agrees this is the best one. This is what we'll make this project about. But before they can even really get down to business, well, that dream becomes a reality. That nightmare she had, that person she saw in her nightmare, becomes a reality and starts hacking and slashing their way through the group, basically. It's more than that, actually, but that's the basic premise. Because it's a pre-order, I don't want to give too much away because you really have to read it for yourself. But it reminded me a little bit about Halloween because it is a hack and slash kind of villain we're dealing with here. But it also reminded me about Scream because you have this group of high school kids, and they were assigned to this group at random. So they don't all really know each other that well. And sometimes a couple of these kids, they'll be gone somewhere. One of them will be upstairs in the bathroom. The other one will be outside smoking a joint. You know how kids are. And all of a sudden somebody will get killed horribly and brutally. And then those two come back in. So, of course, suspicions are going to be on them. So everybody is a suspect. You never know who the killer actually is. And just like a good horror movie, this one has all that good stuff you love to see in a horror movie. At one point, they do call the police, and the police actually show up. However, it's a lone single police person, and we all know how that goes in a horror movie, right? Also, when the girl tries to get a hold of her parents on their cell phones, it goes straight to voicemail. So something weird is going on with them also, because that's certainly not like them. The atmosphere that this author has created for the events going on here is fantastic, because you got this group of high school kids. They're alone in a house at night, and it's a dark and stormy night as well. A huge storm is rolling in. You got thunder, you got lightning, and it just sets that creepy vibe right from the very beginning. And it really sets it up nicely for when the hacking and the slicing and the dicing starts to happen. I really enjoyed all of that. And never knowing who the actual villain is always something you can look forward to in a good horror movie or a good horror book, right? Because you want to put your guess over here and you want to kind of guess over here, and then maybe you're right, but maybe you're wrong. And in this case, the ending is what I like, because not only does it have one twist, but it's got two twists. Two delicious twists in one book. And I really, really enjoyed that, because one of them you might suspect, but the other one I didn't see coming. It came completely from left field. It blew me away, and I couldn't have been happier. And this book isn't just about hacking and slashing. He really sets the scene up. This author really sets the scene up for this beautifully. Like I said, with the kids in the house alone and the dark and stormy night, the parents that are going to be gone seeing a play or seeing a show or something, it's got all the earmarks and all the hallmarks of an good old-fashioned slasher. And that's exactly what he was going for. He doesn't try to elevate the book at all. He's not trying to send a message about anything. It's just a good old-fashioned bloody horror book. And I always appreciate when an author can do that, when they can do it well. Because despite the short length, you're going to get to know these characters. Everything they say rings true, just like you would imagine that coming from high school kids. And the way they react is perfect if they were in a horror movie. And as you're reading, at least for me, I could see a movie like that playing out in my head. And the villain themselves, the main bad guy, is really, really creepy. Really creepy. They do wear a mask, but not the kind of mask you might be expecting. And their M.O., when this girl had the nightmare about this villain, the way he described it was really creepy. It'll freak you out a little bit. And then when that vision comes to life, it makes it even creepier. And like I said, I like not knowing who the actual villain is, because you think you might know, and it might look like you might know, but then you don't actually do until somebody else gets killed, and you're like, okay, well, that person's dead, so obviously it's not them. But that's the only way you're going to be able to tell who's actually doing the killing. And even then, you're probably going to be wrong. This is a fantastic book. It's fast-paced. It's a good old slashery, bloody fun. And like I said, you can pre-order it. It'll be out on the 1st, July 1st, and you can pre-order it at the link below for only 99 cents. And really, you want to get your hands on it. It's fantastic. I absolutely loved it, and I highly recommend it. So pick it up. Creepy Project. The link's down below. Also, don't forget to pick up my book of short horror stories. That link's down below. The Things That Happen at Night. Also down below are links to my social media. Join me on Instagram. Join me on Twitter. I would love to have you. And as always, thank you for taking some of your time and spending it with me. I really, really appreciate you guys watching. And until we meet again, keep reading spooky, my friends.